Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At Forrester, Ridge, Steffi, and Katie bandy the response to Hope's means. Ridge wants to say, no comment, but this doesn't satisfy Katie. Shots and terminating lines doesn't inspire brand confidence. Ivy and Electra come in. Katie introduces herself to Electra, who notes, Will's mama. Ridge tells them Katie will be looking after their event, the relaunch of the jewelry line. Ridge and Steffi go on about how agitated they're about the jewelry line. Katie says they can't go as big as the jewelry line, but it'll be great. Ivy and Electra rave until Will comes in with a train for Steffi. When Steffi says they'll make an advertisement about Ivy and Electra heading up the new line, Electra snappily says she doesn't want to bring her name into it. Will asks, so, you don't want to be part of the jewelry rollout? Electra says she's just the adjunct. Ivy tells her she's a huge part of what they do. Ridge and Steffi want to punctuate both of them, and Katie wants to play up new Forresters joining the company. Electra continues to protest, saying putting up her name in print makes it feel like she's doing further than she really is. They tell her the crusade is formally done and will be hitting social media moment. Electra seems put off. Will thinks this will hit big. Ridge can't understand Electra's response. He says they're going to put her in the limelight and urges her to enjoy it. At the Precipice house, Taylor is on the phone when a knock comes at the door. It's Brook, who thinks she shouldn't be surprised to see her after what Steffi did. She declares it was deceived and wrong. Taylor says Steffi had every right to fire Hope. Her jest was deplorable. Hope's out of control. Brook demurs that Hope tried to explain, but no bone would hear. She wouldn't let Steffi's bias against her son end her career. She wouldn't let her persecute Hope this way. Taylor makes Brook a tea and tells her she can understand why she's worried as a mama. Brook is part of the administrative platoon, and says she has serious enterprises about Steffi's judgment. Taylor suggests she save her concern for Hope. Brook insists she didn't throw herself at Finn. Taylor asks how she ended up on top of him in lingerie. Brook says she was just trying on the lingerie. Taylor thinks she needs to make her son understand there are boundaries that can't be crossed. There's nothing wrong with Steffi's jest. Hope has been fully unhappy. Brook argues that she's not interested in Finn presently. Taylor doesn't suppose she should make defenses for her. If that's the only reason she came over, Brook admits she also came to see how she's doing with the broken heart pattern. She read further about it. Taylor is pleased she's concerned about her, and says she's feeling healthier and happier every day. Brook's glad to hear it. Taylor says she spent times hiding from her passions and pain. She doesn't know what she'd have done without Ridge helping her navigate this. Brook saw it with her own eyes. Taylor, Ridge and the healer. Taylor says as disturbing as it was for Brook, it really helped. She's still seeing Chandra. Brook hopes she's seeing her without Ridge. Taylor tells her it was just a yoga position and laughs at what she must have allowed. Brook says it wasn't funny. Taylor understands, it was an intimate and cathartic moment. She and Ridge were veritably connected and gave into the moment. For the first time in a long time, they were just following their hearts. Brook narrows her eyes. At Il Giardino, Will tells Electra to order whatever she wants, it's his treat. It's his way of drinking her to Forrester. She notes he's new too, and wonders what she's gotten herself into. Will admits work has been stressful with Hope and everything, but he doesn't want to get into the politics. Neither does she. She thanks him, he's the first friend she's made in LA. Will says she'll make numerous further. He wants to celebrate her big press advertisement. She's officially a stroke of Forrester Creations for the whole world to see. Electra looks unnerved. Electra reminds him they weren't going to talk about work. He asks to learn further about her. She says her pater is Ivy's big family. She didn't grow up in Australia, but she always kept up with the business. She's looking forward to starting a new chapter. Will thinks there's instigative effects ahead, but was surprised she didn't want to be included in the press package. I'm curious as to why. In an undisclosed position, an unseen person looks at Electra's print and name in the online press release. In the office, Steffi and Ridge talk about the press being intrigued by Electra. They suppose she was a little nervous, but she's in good hands. They agree she's poised, beautiful, and confident. It's a good story that will take the sting out of Hope's termination and her line. Steffi asks if her father will continue to support her. They've to put it behind them as soon as possible. She knows this has been challenging for him. Ridge says it's grueling because Hope is Brook's son. Steffi wants to know that he wouldn't question her judgment and wouldn't hear to Brook. It was illegal. Further B&B videotape exercise at the Precipice House, Brook asks Taylor, "So, you and Ridge were following your hearts?" She wants to know what that means to her. Taylor had shut herself off from her feelings to cover herself. Now she has a lesser appreciation for hearkening to her heart. Brook muses, "So, you're starting to see effects my way." Taylor's not sure about that. She's thankful to Ridge because he pushed her to get answers. This led to her advance. Ridge gave her strength and courage to connect with her heart. Brook thinks this is amazing, but when she talks about connecting with her heart, what does that have to do with Ridge? You know what I'm asking, Taylor. Are you in love with him? Do you still want Ridge? We've got some appearances and goings news to partake, so then's what suckers can look forward to. First, we should talk about a mysterious new character who's been cast. Christian Weissman is joining B&B in the part of Remy Price, and he'll have a rather unsettling connection to Electra Forrester. Will Spencer can't get Electra off his mind recently, but it's fine since their magnet goes both ways. Electra can't get Will out of her head either, so their growing passions are veritably collective. The same can't be said for Electra and Remy's relationship, if they ever had a real bone. At all. Remy has a poisonous Electra obsession and will do some disturbing effects once he seeks her out. Electra was hoping Remy would come ancient history, but he'll work to make himself part of her present and unborn. Remy will be seen in total snooper mode during the week of November 11th to 15th, so stay tuned for updates on all his Electra exploration. In other appearances and goings news, Aaron D. Spears verified Spears admitted to an addict that he'd love to be a full mess on the show, but he's thankful to be an appetizer whenever possible. After Aaron D. Spears promised that there were further appetizers to come, he made another post about his comeback a little latterly. Pikestaff's clarified that his return was indeed in the workshop, though it wouldn't be the full mess he was hoping for. It's coming, a lil appetizer on the way soon. Appreciate you, Pikestaff said in response to a curious bystander. Since Justin is Bill Spencer's right-hand man, he tends to get tangled up in sticky situations. Bill may drag Justin into indeed further predicaments, so we'll see how he fits in the forthcoming drama. This could have commodity to do with Luna Nozawa if Justin senses that Bill's taking pity on her. Justin might advise against helping Luna get off the hook and push Bill to put her in the rearview glass. Aaron D. Spears will duplication his part as Justin Barber and shake effects up, so stick with us for prognostications on any tight spots.